Have you ever marveled at the fact that the brain processing these words and the skin on your hand are built from the exact same instruction manual? Both contain the same 3 billion letter genetic code, DNA, the master blueprint for life. But what happens when this perfect blueprint is damaged? To understand why a change to this code, a mutation, is so devastating and how it can lead to cancer and other diseases, we must first understand the fundamental flow of information that builds life itself, the central dogma of biology. To understand where this symphony plays out, we need to zoom in on the body's organization. The complete human is a single organism. This organism is made up of multiple organ systems: the digestive system, the nervous system, the circulatory system, which work in concert to perform major functions. Each organ system is composed of individual organs, like the stomach, the brain, or the heart, each a specialized instrument in the orchestra. If we zoom in further, we see that organs are constructed from different types of tissues. The heart, for example, is made of cardiac muscle tissue to pump, nervous tissue to conduct electrical signals, and connective tissue to hold it all together. These tissues, in turn, are built from communities of trillions of specialized cells, the fundamental units of life. And finally, inside each cell are the tiny machines and compartments that do the actual work, the organelles. It is at this microscopic level, inside the organelles of the cell, that the instructions for building and maintaining every level of this hierarchy are read and carried out. For millennia, we knew traits were inherited, but the how was a mystery. Think of your DNA as the master blueprint for this entire hierarchy. This priceless book is stored securely within the nucleus, a term from the Latin word for kernel or nut, a key organelle that acts as the control center of the cell. The text of this book is written with an alphabet of just 4 chemical letters, or bases: adenine, A, guanine, G, cytosine, C, and thymine, T. The specific sequence of these letters is what forms the code. They form the rungs of the DNA ladder, always pairing in a specific way: A with T and C with G. This simple rule is the foundation of life's stability and its ability to replicate itself perfectly. To use these instructions, the cell employs a clever strategy to protect its master plan. Imagine the DNA is a rare, priceless cookbook stored in a library, containing every recipe the cell will ever need. To cook one meal, you wouldn't take that ancient book into the hot, messy, chaotic kitchen where it could be damaged. Instead, you'd carefully copy the single recipe you need onto a disposable note card. In the cell, this copy is called messenger RNA, ribonucleic acid. The process of creating this RNA copy from a segment of DNA is called transcription, from the Latin transcribere, meaning to write across. An enzyme, acting like a mobile photocopier, latches onto the DNA and slides along a specific gene, reading the letters and building a matching RNA strand, with the only exception being the base T being swapped for U, uracil, in the RNA. It's a precise and selective photocopying of a single gene, ensuring the master plan remains safe and pristine. This RNA work order travels out of the nucleus to another organelle, the ribosome, which acts as the cell's factory. The ribosome reads the RNA's code and translates it into a new language, the language of proteins. This process is called translation. Proteins, whose name comes from the Greek proteos, meaning primary or of first importance, are the true workers of the body. They are the steel girders, the wiring, the construction crews, and the communication systems of the cellular skyscraper. They do everything. This entire process forms the central dogma of biology. DNA is transcribed into RNA, which is translated into a protein, which performs a function. Proteins are constructed from 20 different building blocks called amino acids. The ribosome reads the RNA code in three-letter words called codons. For example, the codon AUG tells the ribosome to start building here, and also adds the amino acid methionine. The codon GCA adds alanine, while UUU adds phenylalanine. This continues until the ribosome hits a stop codon, like UGA, which signals that the protein is complete. Once assembled, this chain of amino acids folds into a unique three-dimensional shape. This shape is everything. A protein's function is entirely dependent on its structure, much like how the specific shape of a tool determines its job. A hammer's shape allows it to drive nails, and a wrench's shape allows it to turn bolts. If their shapes were altered, they would fail at their tasks. This folding process is incredibly complex and so critical that cells even have specialized chaperone proteins that act like molecular origami instructors, helping newly made proteins fold correctly. Proteins are everywhere, doing everything. The collagen in your skin is a protein. The enzymes digesting your last meal are proteins. The hemoglobin carrying oxygen through your blood right now is a protein. The molecular motors contracting your muscles, the insulin regulating your blood sugar, the antibodies fighting off infection, all proteins. Every movement, every chemical reaction, every immune response depends on the right protein being in the right place, folded into the right shape. And every single one of them is built from a specific set of instructions in your DNA. If those instructions are damaged, the protein can be misfolded, shortened, or completely non-functional. That's why so many diseases are, at their core, diseases of broken proteins. Sickle cell anemia from defective hemoglobin, cystic fibrosis from a faulty ion channel, Alzheimer's from misfolded proteins accumulating in the brain, and cancer from corrupted proteins that lose control of cell growth. This is why mutations are so dangerous, because they affect the proteins they are supposed to produce. In our next episode, we'll see what happens when this process goes wrong. We'll break the code letter by letter and watch how a single mutation can corrupt a protein, disable a critical defense, and set a cell on the path to cancer. Thanks for tuning into Body Brilliant. We hope this story has empowered you with a deeper understanding of your brilliant body. You can support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with a friend, and subscribing. Check out our The Brilliant Self merchandise at brilliantstudios.co.uk.